John Deere has built its reputation on reliability, but not every green and yellow tractor lives up to that legacy. Some models have been plagued by costly defects, recalls, and repair headaches, while others continue to earn the trust of farmers year after year. In this video, we are breaking down the 3 worst and 4 best John Deere tractors to own, revealing which machines deserve your money and which are better left on the dealer's lot. Worst number 3, the John Deere 6030 Premium Series. This one flies under the radar because it is not a headline-grabbing recall. It is a slow bleed of expensive problems that stack up until you are questioning every dollar you ever spent on this tractor. The 6030 series, which includes the 6230, 6330, 6430, and 6530, was supposed to be Deere's refined workhorse for mid-size operations, and on paper, it is. But independent mechanic Lee Morley, who has over 20 years specializing in John Deere equipment, told Farmers Weekly that he has seen more problems with the 6030 series than any other model in the Deere lineup. The first issue is the CAN bus connectors. These are the electronic communication links that connect every sensor, screen, and control module on the tractor. When they fail, and they do frequently on 6030 series models, you get random error codes flooding the command center display. Code 2000.09 in particular pops up constantly. The tractor might run fine mechanically, but the electronics think something is catastrophically wrong. Diagnosing a CAN bus fault can take a dealer half a day at $150 to $200 per hour, and that is before they replace a single part. Then there are the brakes. John Deere runs a single oil supply for the rear differential, brakes, and transmission on these models. That means when brake discs start wearing, the debris circulates through the entire system. With careful use, brakes can last thousands of hours, but heavy users can cause damage very quickly. And if discs start breaking up before they are changed, metal fragments flow through the suction screen and into the transmission housing. A simple brake disc replacement runs $150 to $200 per disc and takes about a day. But if you let them go too long and need new pistons, backing plates, and a full system flush, you are looking at several $1,000s and a tractor that is down for a week or more. On top of that, the 6030 series has documented water pump failures and head gasket issues related to the emission system. The EGR valve and cooler are common failure points. One owner documented a 6930 on about 7,000 hours that dropped an exhaust valve on cylinder 5. The operator kept driving it. The repeated hammering of the piston into the valve sent metal fragments through the engine, destroying the turbo, the cylinder head, and eventually requiring a complete engine rebuild. That repair could have been a few $100s if caught early. Instead, it turned into a 5-figure job. A full transmission rebuild on a 6030 runs about $5,000 in parts and 3 days of labor. One owner documented clutch pack wear on his 6620 at just 7,000 hours that required dropping the entire transmission, stripping it down, and rebuilding from scratch. The parts alone were $3,000 before labor. If you are shopping for a used 6030 series, budget for electronics diagnostics, check the brake disc condition before you buy, and inspect the EGR system thoroughly. But this next tractor's problems are even harder to swallow because it is the most popular compact tractor in North America. But compared to what comes next, that was just the beginning. Worst number 2, the John Deere 1025R. This is the tractor that sits in front of every John Deere dealership in America. It is the best-selling subcompact utility tractor on the continent. Homeowners, hobby farmers, and small property owners buy tens of thousands of these every year, thinking they are getting the reliability that built the Deere reputation. What they are actually getting is a tractor with 2 separate design flaws, serious enough to generate a federal recall and a class action lawsuit. In September 2024, John Deere issued a recall covering approximately 147,900 units of the 1025R, 1023E, and 2025R models, built between November 2017 and July 2024. The problem is the front bell crank and the brake linkage. It is a cast component that can stress fracture and crack, causing complete brake failure. Not reduced braking, complete failure. John Deere received 4 reports of brake linkage failures causing crashes. 1 person was hospitalized. 2 others were injured. Deere suspended all sales, deliveries, and demonstrations of affected tractors until the issue was corrected. Here is what makes this worse. Owners on the Green Tractor Talk forum have documented bell crank failures dating back years before the recall was issued. One owner reported his bell crank snapping while working near a lake. If it had failed 30 minutes earlier, his tractor would have been upside down in the water. The class action lawsuit filed in October 2024 called the recall no more than a repeatedly ineffective waste of time and argued that there is no permanent fix for the braking system problem. But the brake issue is not the only design flaw. On models made before 2018, especially, the 1025R has a documented air intake mount assembly problem where the air filter canister bracket is bolted directly to the valve cover using 3 threaded studs molded into the casting. Normal tractor vibration causes those studs to crack the valve cover over time. When the valve cover cracks, unfiltered air gets sucked directly into the engine. That is essentially sandblasting the internals of your motor every time you run it. One owner documented complete engine failure on a 2016 model with less than 200 hours. Another owner on Consumer Affairs reported a blown engine at 247 hours after 7 years of payments, and John Deere quoted him $18,000 to replace the motor on a tractor he paid $27,000 for. John Deere has quietly offered an air filter bracket relocation kit and has replaced engines for some owners on a case-by-case basis, but they never issued a formal recall for the air intake problem. If you are buying a used 1025R, check whether the brake bell crank recall has been completed and verify that the air filter bracket retrofit kit has been installed. If neither has been done, walk away. Now, if that surprised you, this next one is going to be even harder to believe because it does not affect one model. It affects every modern John Deere tractor you can buy. Now things start to get interesting. Worst number 1, John Deere's software-locked repair system. This might be the most important entry on the entire list because it is not about one bad part or one design flaw. It is about a business practice that turns every modern John Deere tractor into a potential money pit the moment something goes wrong. For years, John Deere has restricted access to its proprietary diagnostic software, Service Advisor, so that only authorized dealers can perform certain repairs, recalibrations, and software updates. That means if your tractor throws a code during planting season, you cannot diagnose it yourself. Your local independent mechanic cannot fix it either. You have to call the dealer, schedule an appointment, and wait. During planting and harvest windows that last days, not weeks, that downtime can cost a farmer tens of thousands of dollars in lost yield. In January 2025, the Federal Trade Commission, along with the Attorneys General of Illinois and Minnesota, filed an antitrust lawsuit against Deere, alleging the company created and maintained a monopoly on repair services. Michigan, Wisconsin, and Arizona later joined the lawsuit. In June 2025, a federal judge denied Deere's motion to dismiss, ruling that the company must face the government's allegations in court. Then in April 2026, John Deere settled a separate class action lawsuit for $99 million to compensate farmers who paid inflated repair costs between January 2018 and the settlement date. That works out to roughly 79 cents per acre over the 8 years covered by the lawsuit. Not exactly life-changing money for the farmers who lost thousands waiting on dealer appointments. The settlement also requires Deere to make diagnostic tools available to farmers and independent repair shops for at least 10 years. But here is the kicker. The FTC lawsuit is still ongoing. The settlement only covered the class action, and farmers on forums are already questioning whether the tools Deere eventually provides will actually be as functional as what the dealers use. Here is the crucial tip. If you are buying any John Deere tractor built after 2014 with Tier 4 emissions equipment, budget for dealer service rates in your ownership costs. On models with DPF regeneration systems, The regeneration cycle can require dealer intervention if it fails repeatedly. Owners report the DPF system going into limp mode during field work, forcing an unscheduled dealer visit at $150 to $200 per hour. Pre-Tier 4 models do not have these systems and can be serviced by anyone with basic diesel mechanic skills. That one distinction could save you thousands over the life of the tractor. Now let us flip the script and talk about the John Deere tractors that actually earn the reliability reputation. Some of these are going to surprise you just as much as the worst list did. Best number 4, the John Deere 4066R. A compact tractor on a best-to-own list might seem too small to matter, but the 4066R punches way above its weight class. It is the flagship of John Deere's compact utility lineup, and it combines features you normally only find on tractors costing $20,000 more. The 4066R runs a 65.9 horsepower John Deere diesel engine. That same engine family powers industrial equipment built for continuous duty applications. It comes standard with e-hydro transmission, which gives you infinitely variable speed control without ever touching a clutch. And the hitch assist control system lets you hook up rear implements from behind the tractor by creeping it forward or backward with a button, eliminating the constant back and forth between the seat and the hitch. The 4066R is available with a factory-installed cab that includes heat, air conditioning, an air ride seat, and a pressurized enclosure that keeps dust and noise out. Owners on Tractor Buynet report the cab is exceptionally quiet for a compact machine. One owner with over 400 hours reported nothing beyond a battery replacement and routine maintenance. The regen system on the 4066R is a legitimate concern that comes with any Tier 4 compact, and some owners have complained about regen cycles happening at inconvenient times. But the intervals are manageable, especially if you avoid prolonged idling and keep engine RPMs above 1,500 during operation. Used 4066R models from 2017 through 2022 run about $35,000 to $50,000 depending on hours and configuration. For a compact tractor with this level of capability and build quality, that is strong value. But the best budget tractor in John Deere's entire lineup is not in the 4 Series, and this next pick proves it. But the story does not end there. Best number 3, the John Deere 3025E. This is the biggest surprise on the whole list. When people think budget tractor, they think cheap. They think compromise. The 3025E is neither. Equipment Trader ranked it the most popular tractor on their platform in 2024, and for good reason. The 3025E runs a 24.7 horsepower Yanmar 3-cylinder diesel paired with a 2-range hydrostatic transmission. No clutch, no shifting, just smooth power delivery that makes it dead simple for first-time tractor owners. It has one of the tightest turning radii in its class, which matters when you are mowing around trees or working in tight spaces. And it is compatible with the 3 Series frame, meaning you get access to John Deere's full compact implement ecosystem at the lowest possible price point. Here is the key detail. Pre-2024 3025E models use a Tier 4 compliant engine that does not require diesel exhaust fluid, no urea tank to fill, no diesel exhaust fluid freezing concerns in winter. The engine uses a simpler diesel oxidation catalyst and exhaust gas recirculation system for emissions compliance. That is dramatically fewer components to fail compared to selective catalytic reduction systems on larger tractors. One owner on Green Tractor Talk documented 5 years and nearly 200 hours of flawless operation, including 65 acres of rotary cutting, log dragging, and fire break tilling. His exact words about issues after 5 years? Nothing. Another owner with over 500 hours reported the only shop visit in the tractor's life was for storm damage when a tree fell on it. If you are finding this helpful and want more videos like this covering the stuff dealers and manufacturers do not tell you about, hit subscribe. We put out real ownership data every single week. New 3025E models start around $18,000 to $22,000 with a loader. Used models from 2019 through 2023 run $14,000 to $18,000. For a 5 to 20 acre property, the 3025E is arguably the most tractor you can get per dollar in the entire Deere lineup. But the best utility tractor John Deere makes right now is not a compact, and the numbers back it up. If that caught your attention, this next one will definitely do the same. Best number 2, the John Deere 5055E. A utility tractor that costs less than many compact models has no business appearing on a best-to-own list, yet the John Deere 5055E earns its place because of the engineering hidden beneath its straightforward appearance. At its heart is a 2.9-liter Yanmar 3-cylinder diesel engine that has built a reputation for reliability through simplicity rather than complexity. Unlike many larger utility tractors, the 5055E does not require diesel exhaust fluid, meaning there is no DEF tank to refill, no SCR emissions system to troubleshoot, and no expensive DEF head that can cost well over $1,500 to replace. Instead, the engine meets final Tier 4 emission standards using a simpler diesel oxidation catalyst and diesel particulate filter combination, reducing potential failure points while lowering maintenance costs and downtime. What most buyers never realize is how conservatively the tractor is engineered. Although the engine produces only 55 horsepower, much of the driveline is designed to handle nearly 100 horsepower. The transmission, rear axle housings, and heavy cast components are shared with larger models, giving the 5055E an enormous safety margin under heavy workloads. That overbuilt construction explains why owners frequently push the tractor beyond what its specifications might suggest. One longtime owner reported regularly pulling a 7-foot dual-blade land plane rated for approximately 70 horsepower without any signs of strain, proving the tractor is capable of handling demanding work day after day. The 5055E also pairs exceptionally well with the John Deere 540M front loader, providing excellent lifting performance for hay bales, pallets, gravel, manure, and other everyday farm chores. At the rear, it comfortably operates 3-point implements ranging from 7 to 9 feet wide, covering everything from rotary cutters and finish mowers to box blades, tillers, rakes, and hay equipment. That versatility allows one machine to perform nearly every task on a small or mid-sized farm without feeling underpowered. Owner experiences consistently reinforce its reputation for durability. Discussions across Hay Talk and Tractor by Net regularly describe hundreds and even thousands of dependable operating hours spent baling hay, mowing fields, feeding livestock, grading roads, and handling materials with little more than routine maintenance. One owner of a 2014 model documented more than 900 hours of baling and cutting hay without experiencing a single major mechanical failure, while many others report years of reliable service requiring nothing beyond scheduled oil changes, filters, and basic maintenance. Financially, the 5055E is equally impressive. A new model equipped with a cab and front loader typically sells in the high $50,000 range, while clean used examples built between 2014 and 2020 generally sell from the upper $20,000 range into the low $40,000 range, depending on hours and condition. Unlike many tractors that lose value quickly, the 5055E holds its value remarkably well because demand remains consistently high and supply rarely exceeds it. Dealers often say customers who buy a 5055E and later wish they had purchased a larger machine are uncommon. Far more common are buyers who spend substantially more on oversized tractors that spend most of their lives operating at only a fraction of their capability. For small to mid-sized hay operations, cattle farms, acreage owners, and serious property maintenance, the John Deere 5055E continues to stand out as one of the smartest dollar-for-dollar utility tractor purchases in the entire Deere lineup. That might sound impressive, but the next one is even more surprising. Best number 1, any pre-Tier 4 John Deere tractor. The cheapest John Deere to own long-term is not a specific current model. It is any John Deere built before emissions regulations change the game. For tractors under 75 horsepower, that cutoff is generally August 2014. For 76 horsepower and above, it is 2013. Before that line, John Deere tractors had no diesel particulate filter, no diesel exhaust fluid, no exhaust gas recirculation, and no regeneration system. There were no forced regeneration cycles interrupting your fieldwork, no limp mode shutdowns caused by a sensor failure, no $1,500 diesel exhaust fluid head replacements, no dealer-only recalibration requirements, just a diesel engine, a mechanical drivetrain, and components that any competent mechanic can service with basic tools. Models like the 2013 3D32E, the 2012 5075M, and the pre-emissions 5 Series tractors are legendary in the owner community. One owner of a 2013 3032E on Green Tractor Talk put it simply, the most reliable parts of any system are the ones that do not exist. These tractors hold their value extraordinarily well, precisely because demand for them continues to rise as owners of newer equipment deal with emissions system headaches. A retired fleet manager who oversaw 2,400 to 5,500 trucks and tractors over 15 years specifically timed his personal tractor purchases to avoid regen systems entirely. If you can find a clean, low-hour pre-2014 Deere in the 3, 4, or 5 series with documented maintenance history, you are looking at what might be the most economically rational tractor purchase available today. These machines regularly run 3,000 to 5,000 hours with nothing more than oil changes, filters, and standard wear items. The parts are widely available, the engines are well understood, and any independent shop can work on them without proprietary software. Enjoyed these insights? Hit subscribe and come back for the next countdown.